to my bed, to my bed. Pushed your voice out of my head, of my head. I've been taking little steps to be here without you, be here without you. We've been making such a mess, such a mess. We've been out here giving more, getting less. Not sleeping, but I have done my best to be here without you, be here without you. I've been standing by your side for too long, too long. I won't cross another line, 'cause we won't make it out alive. Make it out alive. You and I. Now we know no better, and they say never say never. There's no way we ever could survive. But neither of us will let up, though we know no better, and we'll never make it out alive. I've been standing by your side for too long, too long. I won't cross another line, 'cause we won't make it out alive.
Good morning, John. How are you this morning? Okay. No popcorn. You're slipping, John. You're absolutely slipping. How are you this morning? Man, these are awful big. I don't know why I ever thought those would be useful. Maybe I can cut them down. So I ran a couple errands this morning. Went to Lowe's and I went to Michael's. So I went to Michael's looking for white gel pens, per your recommendation. I'm doing alright, thanks. And I found a couple, so I think we'll try these today. We'll see how they go, how they do. I found a fine point, a broad point, and I think, what is this one? Maybe I got two fine points. Be nice if one of these was a medium, but I think oh, here's a 0.5. Here's an 07, whatever that means, and here is a broad tip. So we'll give those a shot on those tire letters. These are the ones? Nice. Okay. Well, we'll give those a shot today. Also, while I was at Michael's, I found I'm always needing little rubber bands, and I never have them when I need them. And I saw these little black latex-free bands, and it's like a craft thing where they like make little, you know, I don't know, some kind of craft with rubber bands, and they had all different kinds of colors. And so I thought, oh, I'll pick up a little bag of these. Might as well get the black ones, and we'll see if they're useful at all. Like I said, I'm always looking for a rubber band to hold something or, whatever. So I picked those up. That's not a detail part. That goes in the toolbox. Now I picked up these little beads. Hey, what's up, Peter? I also picked up these little beads, and they have letters on them, but they're like little flattened circles. I don't know if you could tell. And they're not quite round enough to use as like little airbags. But I thought, you know what? It's like $1 or $2 or something. I'll pick it up. Let me throw a couple of these together, paint it, maybe sand it a little bit, see what it looks like. You know, it couldn't hurt anything. In worst case scenario, I'll give them to my daughter if she doesn't like them. But the other thing I found were these, which these are little round black airbag looking beads. They might be too big. I don't know. I'll have to check them. I'll have to check, you know, how they look on a model. But I know for a fact that if I slap a couple of these together, it'll look like a set of airbags. I mean, I've done it with some of the other color. I have multicolored ones that I've been tinkering with, but these black ones, I'm sure they'll come in handy if they appear to be scale. If not, then, you know, likewise I'll give those to my daughter. Hold up their hair. I have access to probably like 1,000 of those. My wife's got so many of those, it's ridiculous. Picked up some of these little magnets. Now, these might be too big for use in, you know, various uses. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I've seen people using little tiny neodymium magnets, neodymium, to, you know, to hold hoods and doors closed and such. So I figured I'd pick up a couple of packs of these and see if they end up being useful, and if not, you know, it's $20 for, like, what is that, 24 of them, so it's not too bad. And then another recommendation that was made in my last stream were these little rubber O-rings for deflated airbags. So because I wasn't exactly sure what the scale would need to be, I must have bought like 20 of these little packs. 47, 60, 78, 74, 83, I bought a 60 already. So I bought all of these different sizes, and I'll pull them out and I'll see which ones look the best. You use black beads as markers for the war games you play occasionally. Craft stores have lots of neat items. Yeah, I agree. You know, I could walk into a Michael's and walk out broke. I tell you, it doesn't matter how much money I have, because, you know, it never ends the stuff that, I mean, you can find in there that looks useful. I definitely, they have like shadow boxes in there that I want to pick up, but they're like, you know, the ones I want are like 60, 80 bucks. So I'm kind of hesitant to buy them yet. But I have a collection of challenge coins from my boys being in the military, and some various other medals and things that I'd like to build a shadow box and display. But I haven't pulled the trigger on that yet. So last time I pulled out my detail box, I showed that I had these picture hanger wire, and it's like a braided line, and I thought that might look really good for braided line in an engine bay. And this is 30-pound cord. Today I found some other, this is actually 100-pound cord, but it's a smaller diameter than what I had. And I'm thinking this actually might look better, and it might be more in scale. So I don't know. I'm gonna tinker with that a little bit in the near future on one of these projects that I'm working on right now. Another thing I picked up, I was looking for solder, John, and I didn't buy any of the larger solder that you could use for headers, because I think I have some in the garage, so I didn't want to buy any just yet. But I did buy a spool, and this was like 10 bucks. Probably never ever use all of this, ever. But it's not solder, it's actually welding wire, and it's 0.9 millimeters or 0.035 inches, and it's really fine little wire that I think would probably be perfect for fuel lines, brake lines, like running up the frame rails and such. So I figured I picked it up, and we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Art supply stores are neat too, but the prices are a lot higher. I can't tell you how much I agree with that, Peter, because we have a store here locally called Blick, and you can go in there and, you know, they've got gel pens and oil pens and alcohol pens and all kinds of art supplies. It's like a art supply store, like focused on art supplies. And they also have like little bottles of, that's where I got a lot of my little airbrush colors and such, Wicked Paints and Createx and all kinds of different brands of little airbrush paints, high quality airbrush paints and such. Their prices though are insane. I mean, holy cow, like a little paper tablet, you know, 20 bucks. Like, what? For 50 sheets of paper. My goodness. Last time you went, you found some neat mounting paper for laminating paper. What is that all about? Tell me more about that. I don't know. What are you doing with that laminating paper? I don't know what you mean. You got because of the video. I'm sure they recognize the video, John. But you're not monetizing your videos, so I don't think it should also say something like it's okay, you know, we haven't deleted your video, but, you know, something like da 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 da, any ad revenue is redirected to the other company or whatever, or the other channel or whatever. It should say something like that. That's happened to me before. Copyright strike on your video. It's got to be because of the video that we used, the drag racing stuff. No? What's it from? Or did it not say that? Is that what you're saying? Anyway, another thing I picked up, some Clear Weld. This epoxy, quick setting epoxy. It's like a resin that mixes when you squeeze it out. And there's a craft channel that I watch that you know, they do like little dioramas and like gaming stuff for you know, tabletop gaming like D&D and Warhammer and things like that. And he used this stuff to make some liquid, like water, in a basin of a fountain. And I thought that could be useful for doing little things like gauge clusters. You could put a little dot on your gauges to give it like a little window, little piece of glass on top of the gauge. You could also use it for headlights if you lose the clear the clear for the headlights or whatever. So I don't know. I figured I'd pick these up. They're a couple dollars. Couldn't hurt to have them on hand. We'll see. I don't know. Might be useful. Maybe it was a waste of $5 for 2 of them. You lost 7 subs for doing that interview? That's so childish of people. Why do they care? So lame. The other thing is, I've been looking for these pliers that have little... Can I pull these out of here? I'm going to have to cut this package open, but little flat tips, like a little wide flat tip. See, I don't know if you could see that. It's a little bit blurry, but for bending aluminum sheet into various parts that I'm trying to fabricate, for link brackets and, you know, various things like that. So we'll see how that turns out. How's the lighting? I also bought a smaller light to go above my head, and it's 900 lumens versus like 2200 lumens. So it's not as bright, and it's not as white. So it's, for me, it's almost not good enough. But it still seems to wash the cameras out just a little bit. So I'm worried that my audio is crackling. Maybe your audio is crackling. Is it crackling for you too, Peter? Anybody else? But anyway, I'm worried that if I try to go brighter, I'll wash it out even more. I don't know. I might go back to the other light. That seemed to be okay. Nobody complained about it, even though I thought it was a little bit too bright for the camera. Can you guys see this stuff okay? Or do I need to brighten this up? Your call. Does anybody else hear the audio crackling that John is describing? Or pointing out? Is it still doing it, John? Very thin sheet of adhesive in between two pieces of paper. You peel off one side, stick it to the pattern, cut off the pattern, peel off the other side, and adhere them to one another. Huh, interesting. Fine what? I don't know what fine is in reference to, John. Don't forget there's a delay here. There's like a 20 or 30 second delay between what I say and what you hear, and then when you reply, there's like a 20 or 30 second delay, and then I'm replying to what you say, and then there's like another 20, 30 seconds, so keep that in mind. For making paper models. Oh, okay, that's cool. Man, Peter, I'd like to see, do you have any videos of you, some of your work? Because I'd like to see that. That sounds interesting. Oh, I know why. I'm sorry, guys. I have a fan blowing on me. Let me turn it off. I apologize for that. That is me. That's my fault. It was hot last night, so I turned my fan on, and when I got up this morning, I never turned it off. Yeah, thanks, John. I read it the same time you did. These are kind of stiff. I don't know, I might need to lube these up a little bit. That's what she said. Hey, what's up, Terry? How are you today? How's the breathing? Good, I hope. I'm going to put a little dab of gun lube on here. See if that loosens this up a little bit. It's supposed to be like 83 here today, which doesn't sound that terrible, but I'm not a fan of the heat, so for me that's a little bit on the plus side. Yeah. I sent it, like last month, not this past Monday, but the Monday before that. So what's it been, like 10 business days? Or 9? So you should have it any day. Yeah, or even like some pictures or something. That would be cool. I was thinking about setting up a forum for model making on my website, but I don't know if anybody would even use it, so I don't know. We'll see. Just trying to add a little lube to these to see if it'll loosen them up a little bit. They're kind of stiff. They feel like they're not well made in the sense that the parts don't mesh really well. They weren't like what do you call it, surfaced, so that the parts are really smooth, and so the parts are rubbing against each other and it's kind of gritty. I'm sure that'll get better over time, but good now that Noah decided he had enough water to float his ark and these are pretty small, John. I was looking for, you know, a normal set of pliers with the similar tip. See how they have like a flat tip? And I couldn't find any anywhere. So I settled for, you know, these tiny little ones. They'll have to do. It's fine because I'll be using them on small parts, so. Alright, so these will go in the toolbox, and we'll give those a try sometime. I'm gonna put some of this stuff, actually I'm gonna try to consolidate these O-rings. Let me see, 78s, try to get just a couple boxes here. 47, 47, 47, 47s, these are 60s. 78, 78. That goes down there in the trash. 83s. Now I only found one box of these 83s. These are half-inch OD with 5/16 ID. These are quarter OD with 1H ID, and I think these are probably going to be the best size. Let's see, these are 11/32 OD with 7/32 ID. And then these are 7/16 OD with 1/4 ID. Actually, I don't know, these are kind of fat, so these might actually work out really well. These are kind of thick. I like these. Anyway, let me consolidate these all into one box so they don't take up so much space. Victoria Day holiday. Victoria Day, Victoria, like Queen Victoria? Is that what Victoria is for? Victoria Day, I mean? Gotta be a Canadian thing. Harbor Freight doesn't sell what? The pliers? Okay, trash. Just throwing my trash on the ground here so that I can pick it all up at once. Alright. Get rid of that. What doesn't Harbor Freight sell? The pliers? Oh, okay. You mean the full-size ones? I think no, it's not Harbor Freight that I looked at. I think I looked at Northern Tool, which is kind of like a Harbor Freight type place. At least here locally. You have no idea about holidays? Every day's a holiday for you? Queen Victoria, longtime Canadian holiday, marks the beginning of summer, but normally it snows. Garden centers go stupid. Yeah, I know how that is. you know what? These sizes are considerably different, enough to the point that I might just consolidate them into one little container. Excuse me. There's no way I'm gonna confuse those. So these are gonna be airbags for my pickup, which I'll whip out here in a minute and see if we can't size them up. Trash. Now, let me see the difference between these two. Yeah, I think these 78s are going to be a lot better. They look like they have the same diameter of tube, but the diameter of the ring is, is larger on these others. I think 78's the one that I want. Cool. I think those will work. Pick out your next build? Who should pick out your next build, John? You're going to pick out your next build? Is that what you're saying? Or you want us to pick out your next build? Yep. They're all going in one container. You picked out a 64 Corvette as your next build? Is that what you're saying, John? These little containers, the plastic, might be useful for something. What do you think? I don't know. It's not super clear, so I don't know that I would use it for windows. But you could use it for something. Maybe cut rectangles out and use it for pliable panels or something. I don't know. What do you guys think? You like that keyboard? Here. Give you a better look at it. It's dirty, it's old, but it's my keyboard. Let's see. It's got different modes. It's got a mode called Breathe. Oh, it's not bad. It's old and dirty. It's been here for a while. It's got food crumbs and dust and model flake, or dust from sanding on styrene, and all kinds of crap all over it. I need to get a new one. I don't know. I might be able to find a use for these little containers, but I'm not too concerned about that. Alright, this freaking spool is going to take up huge amounts of room in my little box. Yes, it's a gaming keyboard. I am a gamer. I play video games more than I do anything else. I think this is going to be sweet. Oh my goodness. That just broke when I bent it. That might not work out at all. Let me see how pliable that is. Wow. Okay. Get back in here. This might have been a waste of 10, 12 bucks because it does not appear to be very pliable. Nope. It breaks when I try to bend it. Let me see what the tolerance is. Hold on. Because maybe if I bend it progressively, yeah, see, I mean, if I tweak it, it really just breaks. Wow. It's stiff wire. I mean, I don't know if you can see this a little bit here. But if I bend it too much, it breaks. So I'm not going to be able to make little bends in that to do like fuel line and stuff, because I need to be able to bend it around like the frame rails and stuff like that. Okay, well that's not useful at all. It's interesting. I don't know, I could find some use for it. Maybe I can use it for making 4-link rod or like linkage, steering linkage. I don't know, maybe even like control arms for custom chassis and such. Yeah, John, I think you did a good job on that 32. And I asked the guy about, you know, where I might find an intro like that, but he didn't have any idea. Apparently, didn't want to share his secrets. Alright, Peter. Peter, I play, well, I'll wait till you get back to answer your question about what games I play. Well, I'm kind of disappointed that this welding wire is so brittle. What is it made from? Flux core wire. Well, that's probably why it's got a hollow center with flux in it, I guess. It's better with the webcam than your phone? I honestly don't know the difference. If you tell me which one you did with which, I can tell you which one is better. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of those, get rid of those. Trying to get a size comparison, but okay, they're the exact same size. So what I'm going to do is I'll go back, John, and I'll look at some of those videos. I'll look at the GT40 video, and then I'll look at some of the other videos and see what the difference is. See if I can notice a difference. more black ones? That's no good. I guess I will open these. Yeah, I'll take a look at some of your old videos, and I'll compare it to that GT40 video. And I'll let you know what I think. Oh goodness, I didn't think they'd all fit in here. Or I didn't think that much of them would fit in here. Actually, I can probably fit more. Dropped one on the floor. Thought I did anyway. It's still in Chicago? My goodness. And the 20th was yesterday. It says on May 20th, the package is at Chicago International. Okay, so it's probably in Canada now, today. That doesn't mean it's going to get to you anytime soon, but at least it's on its way. Alright. You don't get mail on Saturday? Is that like a Canadian thing, or is that just like a in your area thing? I'm gonna glue these together and see what I think about the scale as far as using them for inflated airbags. Know what? You keep answering me, but you forget there's like a 2-minute delay, so I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, okay. In Canada, you guys don't get mail on Saturday? Wow. That's weird. Give me some Twizzlers. So now, if this was an inflated airbag, how would that look? It's probably a little bit probably a little bit big. Yeah, it's probably a bit too big. Let's take a couple of these little O-rings. And I don't think this Tamiya Ultra Thin is going to glue these. I'm going to assume it has to be super glue. What do you use to glue these O-rings together? Do I have to put a rod? I mean, I need it to look like there's a rod. Okay, this might be too big. The diameter on these might be too big. That's really big. I bet I could cut them and get them down to size though. Let me see. Let me try a couple of these. Actually, those look good. JB Weld. JB Weld would be good for a couple reasons. One, it'll adhere them to each other. But two, it'll also give me like some structure in the middle. I could put like a little, you know, bit of JB Weld in the middle, and that'll like be the little binder, you know, sort of thing. Oh, goodness, I didn't mean for that to happen. Grab those. Okay, so that might be too small. Try these. I think these are pretty good. I think these will work. Unfortunately, these are the middle-sized ones. What was the... Alright, John, we'll see you in a little bit. What am I doing? One, 2, 3/8. $78, $60, $47, and $80. So these are number 47s. Welcome back, Peter. I'm gonna keep these and then tape one to each label so that I know what's what. But I need a little bit of tape. Oh, shoot. I'm just going to label these so that I know which ones are which. That should be 11:36. No, quarter. Oops. Wait, did I do that right? Yeah, those are 11:32. Okay. So how's everybody doing today? Anybody have any exciting plans for the weekend? Okay, so I'm gonna use those. I need 2 more of those. So I need to build a little base and a hat for those. I'm wondering if I can do that with some aluminum. Let me see what I got here. that looks like. Gonna work on a big rig? Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Take advantage of that time you have. Okay, and then one more. Okay. That might be too small. Let me see if I can zoom you in so you guys can see this. Basement renovations for the wife, some honeydew stuff. She wants to live stream on YouTube, so you need to get her a camera and a laptop this weekend. Well, good luck. It's always fun to start an adventure like that. Good luck to her too. When she gets up and going, send us the channel and we'll get her some subs going. So this is. Let's see, can I get it close enough? It doesn't look terrible. Where am I at here? Let's go this way. Yeah. Oh shit! I just dropped it. All right, here's one piece. Here's the other piece. Oh my goodness! How lucky was that? The hole punch will create a nice little what you call this, like a base or you know, cover plate, whatever, mounting plate for these airbags. It doesn't look bad at all. But I think I'm gonna have to double up on that, so let me. Yeah, that looks better. Might even have to go like triple or quadruple on that. Get back in the center. There we go. Yeah, that doesn't look terrible. Let me see if I can get a better picture for you guys. I don't know, hard to see. but I think that might be all right. I'll put like a little set together. Use the hole punch in those plastic containers from the O-rings and make lens covers for dash gauges. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I mentioned that resin that I bought. I bought some 2-part epoxy resin, and I don't know if you subscribe to Scale Modeling channel YouTube, but I saw him recently. He uses it to make the lens covers for the dash gauges. So he just takes a little dot of it, puts it on each gauge cluster in the cluster, and it makes like a little clear lens. It looks really good. Wife has some people that want to see your sewing lessons online. Oh, I bet my wife would be into that. My wife does a lot of sewing, knitting, crocheting, that kind of stuff. She loves that stuff. I think this will work just fine. I need to, I guess I need to try to glue these up and see what I can do. Let me get some more of these little holes, these little circles. I need to find one of these hole punches that has a bigger hole instead of smaller. I got a couple that are like really small, so I can make like little rivets. And this one here, I don't know if you can see the little dot that they've drawn on the right here on the thing, but that's the size of the hole that it punches. It makes these tiny little holes. So just compare it to like some other holes. You can see the size of those. So it could be useful.
This is my jelly house.
Could you take me to work, please? They asked if I could come in early.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright. Gents, I need to step away for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna set myself on intermission. My apologies, I need to run my son to work. He works about 5 blocks from here, so I gotta, or not 5 blocks, but like less than 5 minutes away. So I will be back in 10, 15 tops. My apologies. My apologies. I had myself muted. I apologize. I'll go over everything I just said. Sorry for the intermission. I scheduled my stream so that I would be able to stream for a couple hours and then finish up and take my son to work when he normally goes to work. But they called him early, asking him to come in early, so I had to put you guys on an intermission while I ran him down the street. He just works like 5 minutes from here, so I apologize for that. Working on getting some airbags lined up for the 66 here. Hopefully we can get something that looks good. And thanks for joining, Frank. How are you today? Can you guys hear me now? Hopefully you guys can hear me now. Yeah? No? No? Yeah? Maybe? Somebody say hello. Alright, I'm gonna put 2 tiny little dots on here. And then let's get these little O-rings glued together. So I don't think doing 4 layers of the aluminum bracket or plate is going to be very helpful. I think 1 is more than enough. So I'm going to try 1 and we'll see how that goes. Thank you. Thank you, John. Loud and clear. I hear you, or I see you. I see that you hear me, and I hear that you see me. I'm using super glue because I don't think, oh goodness, I don't think the Tamiya Ultra Thin will work on these rubber O-rings. That'd be my guess anyway. Ooh, that's stuck in place quick. Get in place. Come on. Uh-oh. Oh, I just botched that. Come on, get on there. So graceful. Yeah, I'm gonna make a panhard bar. Maybe I'll try to use that welding rod. See if I can make that work. Or maybe I'll use this. No, actually, I'll probably use some styrene tube. I have some really small styrene tube that'll work really well. The same stuff I used for the 4-link. I'll use the same rod. Shut your mouth when you're talking to me. That movie's a classic. Okay. Oop. Upside down. Now I'm getting glue everywhere. So what I wanted to look at was if I put one of these tiny little dots in the center, it's completely invisible. I'd probably have to do like 10 of those. Maybe, let's see, I've got some styrene. This is round. Let me see what I can do with this here real quick. That might be more than I need. And then I think I have some, this is some hex. Let me see if I've got a bigger diameter hex for like the bolt. Use it as like the bolt pattern, or the hex nut on the shaft. See, that's round bar, round, round, round doobie-roo, round, round. Those, oh, here we go. It's too small. This right here. Which one? The blue one, Frank? The blue 41 Chevy? Is that the one you're talking about? You have 2 drawers full of plastic rod? That's a lot of damage. It's a lot of rod. Alright, let me see. Uh-oh. That's not what I wanted to happen. I think that's probably twice as much. Actually, no. I'm going to leave that just like that. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna look it up. I never have enough either. I always feel like I'm missing something. Alright, airbags. Let's take a look at mounting points. So it looks like just an air hose that comes through the top, so it doesn't need to be... Alright, so I don't need this to be super long. So what I'll do... Tools, yeah, I agree with that, John. I know you meant the intermission, but I don't remember if I had any other trucks, so I was just trying to clarify. I think you're talking about the blue 41. Give me one sec. You know what? I don't think I need that. I'm gonna nix that because I don't think it's different enough from the airbags to even show. I don't know. We'll see. Oh! Dropped it. Let's see if I can find it before it glues itself to something. on, focus. Let me try up here. I don't know. Painted, that might be alright. We'll see. I'll do a little bit of research and see if I can get something that looks a little bit better than that. I'm not sure, John. I thought about it, but then I also like the fact that you can see all the custom frame in the bed. And so I'm not super sure yet. I also thought about taking some of this sheet aluminum that I have, making some panels, so making like a tonneau cover that would gap the bed fender, the bed walls, but would be removable, and I'm just not sure. Let me grab this, Frank. I think you were talking about this. Put a clear panel in the bed. It's an idea. So I assume this is the truck that you were referring to. It's 15-inch subs and some neon lights. This is not done yet. This is actually not complete. I haven't done the engine yet. I don't know if I will. It's pretty. This was a pretty fun build. I really got a kick out of building this one. See if I can get some good view here. Good, yeah, this is fun. It's actually, oop. I am just dropping everything today. It's actually got a real wooden bed. The bed is real wood. You've never built one, or you never would build one? I built that, and I built the rusty Volkswagen as well. The little Beetle, rusty Beetle. Okay, well, Thanks, Frank. I appreciate the comments. I saw somebody give a little tutorial on chipping. On YouTube, and thought I would give it a try, and it turned out pretty good. I was pretty happy with it. Doing some research for an upcoming build. Let me show you something. Grab pictures. Alright, I'm going to show you my screen here for a second. So this is the research that I did for that build, or just some pictures that I collected for, I don't know, inspiration, so to speak. Now this green one, I really wanted to emulate this green one. This looks great. These are just some pictures that I collected of other people's rat rod projects. See, this one looks fantastic. Now I really like the metal runners in between the wood planks in the bed of this picture, and I think I want to do that. And what I can do is I can use this aluminum that I have and make those runners. So I don't know, I might work on that a little bit sometime in the future. But some of these guys are just so talented. I mean, look at this. Man. Wish I had half the talent of some of these guys. Anyway. Alright. See what I got here. So what I need now are brackets. Let me see if I can cut small enough for like little mounting brackets. See if I go. Guess what I get to play with, John? My little tiny little... Oh, really? I don't even know who it was. Wow. That's too bad. me see what I can do here. Maybe if I Alright. This might be too long. Let me see if I can show you guys. What do you think? I dropped it again. Do you remember who it was? I mean, do you? Who? I shouldn't say. Do you remember? What's his name? What's the name of the guy who did that truck, John? I'd like to go check out his channel if it's still there. Ow. So let's see. This would need to go. I need to cut that probably smaller. Channel is gone. Somebody went and deleted his channel? That's too bad. Maybe I should do the bags outboard. You think the bags should be outboard of the frame rail? What do you guys think? So I could put the bracket like over here on the outside of the frame rail, or I could put it inside the frame rail. Get over here. So I could put it like inside here, or I could put it outside here. feel like you'd probably see these inboard more common than you would outboard. You fell asleep and didn't wake up, man. That's brutal. Shame for his family, assuming he had one. Alright. Now this is not going to be the final product. Yeah, that's not a bad point. Wife and 5 kids. Man, that's just terrible. I hate hearing things like that. Poor guy. Poor lady. That's too bad. Well, John, I think you should wait on deciding what you're going to build next until you get that box. Unless you're itching to get something started and don't have anything else to work on. Because you might see something in that box that interests you. You might find something you want to build. I don't know. Just a thought. No insurance? Man, that's just tough. Hate to hear stuff like that. So sad. I wish I had some really tiny scissors. These will work alright. That's actually not bad right there. Get out of the way. Keep dropping it. I think this is going to work out just fine, John. I like the way it sits here. So I think what I need to do is paint this. Well, I guess first I need to make another one. And then paint it and get it on there. Let me see if I can make another bracket just like that one. See how well we can replicate this part. Nice. That'll work just fine. Okay. Let's get her going here. Is that Shapeways? Is that who you're talking about? The guy that's on Shapeways? I've checked out a lot of the 3D printed stuff. I mean, I've looked at it, I haven't bought it. I have a concern before I purchase some of that stuff. I'd like to see you know, the results, because one of the problems I have with a lot of 3D printed stuff is it's not printed in fine enough detail, so you get layer lines on everything, and I don't want to have to sand I don't want to have to shape every single part that I buy. So I've been hesitant to buy any of that Shapeways stuff just for that reason. Have you? Have you bought any of it? Now, I bought resin engines before and found some really good stuff, but I've never bought 3D printed engines, which is what I would be buying from him. There's some really cool stuff like Outlaw chassis, like Outlaw drag chassis. Yeah, that's my concern, is the print lines. The resolution is not high enough. I don't think you would get a good look from those without having to like detail every single part. Now, I used to buy resin engines from like eBay, and I got some really nice stuff. But you know, that was years ago. I haven't bought anything recently. Have you bought any of the Shapeways stuff? Because I want to buy some of that stuff. I just have been hesitant because I see on the 3D printed stuff, I see some of the quality. Like, I bought some of the 3D printed, something printed from Shapeways. I bought like some GTO bodies, and they turned out terrible, or they were terrible when they showed up. How much detail work do you need to do to get those engines looking good? My goodness, I can't do that with that hand. Yeah, I haven't bought anything from Iceman's. I see his stuff and I see the mold lines or the print lines. I'm not interested in any of his stuff. But I like the look of the stuff that this guy 3D Model Specialties makes. I think they look really good. Okay, well, I'm gonna paint these and then get those mounted up. I need to get a bracket on this side. Oh no. Goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. I am just getting glue everywhere. I keep dropping this thing on the wrong side. Yeah, he does have a lot of stuff, and his prices are decent too. I mean, I'm looking here at a Hemi, or like even this big block Chevy in 25th scale is $11, $10.72. I mean, man, I like that. I like this one. $20, and it's got dual intercooler, or it's got dual turbos with an intercooler. Man, I bet that would look good in this thing. I don't think it would fit though. I'm not on Facebook though, is the problem. Oh, this is just the intercooler stuff. It's not the... It's not the engine, it's just the intercooler. Cool stuff. I want to pick up an engine. I'm gonna buy something actually. I'm gonna buy something from him since you're saying you've done it and you had good results. I'm gonna take a look at what he's got here, and I'm gonna pick up something for for my builds that I'm working on right now. All right, so I got 2 airbags on their mounts, ready to go. Okay. Got the other one going. I need to paint these with that sublime green, but I'm gonna have to tape it up. Actually, no, I guess I don't have to. I can just paint it green, and then I can detail paint the bags, the airbags themselves. Maybe I should do the brackets first and paint them, and then glue the airbags on. Hey, what's up, Sprue and Glue? What's going on? We're working on airbags for the 66. This is what we have so far. Let me see if I can zoom that in. Getting there. I wish I had some really bright green. Actually, maybe I should paint the brackets black. I don't know. What do you guys think? Airbag mounts, should they be chassis color or should they be detail color black? What do you guys think? Hey, what's up, Doozer? You think the brackets should be black? Because that's easy enough. I'll whip the picture out one more time since Doozer just got here. We're working on airbags today, Doozer. This is what we've got so far. Airbags for the 66. Chassis color, black bags. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. It means I'm going to have to try to tape off these bags or rebuild these with I don't know, let me see if I can separate them without screwing anything up. I bet I can. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can do that. Alright, so I'm gonna unglue what I've done so I can paint those brackets chassis color and then glue them up after. Get off of there. Bagged and tagged. Alright. I wonder, I'm gonna try something. Let's see, that's probably I think I can use this hole punch to make these brackets contour to the axle. Your real truck you ordered with airbags? What real truck? What truck do you have? Let me see. I set this. Give me an idea of where I need to be with that. The Ford Lightning truck under the hood, so weird. I haven't seen it yet. Nope. What's weird about it? What'd they do? So what I've done is I made a new bracket, and I made it in such a way that the little ears have a radius to them, so that when I fold them down, the bracket will contour to the axle. So let's see if we can't make that happen. Should work up here in the light where you guys can see. Alright, let's see how well that contours. That didn't work out the way I was hoping. You see, here's another hole that I cut. Let me see if I can't do something with this. Now that one actually looks a lot better. So I misaligned the one I just made, but this one just gives you an idea of what I can do. So I can cut a little hole, and then if I bend it right, the ear will mount right at the, or will follow the axle contour. Let me see if I can cut it this way. Focus. I think that'll fit better. Now if I'll have to do that obviously twice, but let me see what I can do here. Or see how it looks. Oh yeah, that looks good. I ruined it. I think it could work out. A little bit big though. Let me... Alright. So I think that's the plan. I'll just take these brackets that I had and paint them. Oh, shoot. I just flung that piece of cut aluminum on the floor. I am just like all Butterfingers today. I'm dropping stuff so much. Asian kits with the detail set? Oh, detail set belts in them. Nice. Come on. Get in my fingers. Uh, I want my builds to be simple because it makes it easier. But then I look at them and I think nobody's gonna like that unless I make it look better. So my only solution is to add some detail. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Doozer says, don't get me wrong, I appreciate the detail for myself. I find that when I try to add lots of detail, it tends to detract from the finished project, but that's just me. You know, I don't know. John kind of talks about that too. He's always telling me you can detail too much. And I feel like that's probably true, and I've said this a couple times, but I feel like that's probably true if your details are not on point. But yeah, I like to detail. I'm just not very good at it, so I don't know. I need practice. We'll see how it goes. All right. I'm doing the driver side brake line on this rear axle from the other day. I never finished. I've never entered a contest before, but I intended to, and I just didn't have my project done in time. So you have in the past? You have in the past? Oh, your son enters as well? Yeah, that's cool, John. It's awesome when you can get your kids involved. My daughter asked me one time if she could build a model, so I gave her a Corvette, thinking it wouldn't be any big loss if she screwed it up to the point where I couldn't rebuild it. And she spent about 20 or 30 minutes on it and then never touched it again. So it sits in a box downstairs. But none of my other kids have ever even feigned an interest. How do you get tangled up there? My goodness. Sometimes I wonder how I do this. This needs to go. How did I even get that way? Another thing that keeps me from entering contests is I don't often even finish models. Most of my models are like 90% done. I don't know that I have any models that I would call finished. I didn't, John. I haven't seen that. Liked you though. Did you do a video on it? I'll have to go check your videos out. Some of your old videos to see if you put an update on it or something. Oh, shoot. I had it. Get up here. Don't move. Alright. Hey, I found a use for this welding rod. Lots of abandoned 95%ers. That's me for sure. One of the few that might be a contest worthy. That and the MG. Lots of unfinished builds, trying to clean up and finish some of them this year. That's a good, that's actually a pretty good goal. Go through all your old kits and clean them up and finish, you know, fix anything, finish anything left undone. Finish it in February. It's an ongoing theme for me. Yeah, that's true, Sprue and Glue. And everybody's got something they're working on. What do you guys think about having the chat show up in that lower right-hand corner there? I've got it set on a timer, and I don't know, I think it's like 10 or 12 seconds or something like that, so that when you type something in chat, it shows up there. And I do that so that, the reason I decided to do that was so that if anybody watches the video, they don't need to have the chat window open. So they can go back, like if you go look at other people's past streams, you can watch the stream, but you can't always see the chat. So I thought by putting the little chat down in the corner there for 10 seconds or so, and then it disappears, it doesn't take up too much screen space, and people can see who's saying what. I don't know, I thought it was a good idea. I have about a dozen kits or a dozen projects that are like 80 to 95% complete. Well, Doozer, you should, do you have a video on it on your channel? I'm gonna go look for it if you do. Man, the 80s, that's a long time ago. That was when I started building models, when I was a kid. Okay. I'll take a picture of this and show you guys for a close-up. Well, that's good. If you didn't notice it, then it's good. All right. Focus. Alright. I don't know how well you can see it, but brake lines, left and right side, both run to the pumpkin. Right in the middle on top of the pumpkin, they kind of lap over right now. I'm going to trim them back. I'll build a little distribution block with a flex line that runs to the chassis rail, and then I'll run down the chassis rail to the engine bay. Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay, but you have to keep in mind that when I say something, there's a delay of about 30 seconds before you hear it. And it takes you, 10 or 20 seconds to type a message. And then, I have to notice your message, and then I comment on your message. So, I mean, a round-trip conversation takes a minute to 2 minutes, so the delay is something you can't really get around with chat, with live chat, unfortunately. Oop. Didn't mean to get super glue on my mat. Large scale Revell P51 see-through kit. Maybe after 40 years I should just throw it out. Nah, man. Clean that up. I bet that's cool. You should put a video on your channel about it. Hit the like button. Thank you, Sprue and Glue. You're absolutely right. Hit that like button. Okay, so we've got the airbag brackets. We're gonna get those in some color later today. I'll just post some pictures because I'm not gonna stream that. Because I'm not going to do it right now. I've got the brake line in. I wonder... Let me see if I can't... run, or at least plan, the solid line running to the engine bay. Let me pull this out here. Give me a length of this. Let's cut this off. This little jewelry wire, this little black jewelry wire, it's stiff, solid wire. Just perfect for what I'm doing, since my detail color is black. I don't need to paint it. It's the right size. So that's just very fortuitous. Well, Peter, sometime you should crack it open and let us have a look at it. Just for giggles. So I need like a distribution block right here on the chassis rail. Actually, what I should have done is right here. Have a thought of putting cable heat shrink on your tweezers so not to crimp the marks? No, I haven't thought of that. That's a fantastic idea. I need to do that because the crimp marks have already become a problem. Already a problem. That is a great idea. I need to do that. Hey, Jamie. Who's being bad? Somebody got a message deleted. What happened? Somebody say something they weren't supposed to say? Or did you try to post a link? I keep forgetting. I need to figure out why it won't let people post links. There's got to be a setting somewhere that I can toggle. I shouldn't have to make you a moderator to allow that. Okay. John is having an existential build crisis. He doesn't know what to build. I told him he's not going to have that problem in a few days when he gets that box. So that bend was in the wrong spot. It's in a better spot now, but it's still the wrong spot. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of this so you guys can get an idea of how that's shaping up close up. Now this is concept for placement of the brake line running down the chassis rail. You finished the yellow bike you were working on? I will definitely check it out. Here in just a few minutes. I'm going to wrap my stream up here in a few minutes, so I'll go check it out. Actually, you know what? Let's look at it now. Anybody have a problem with me doing that now? Let's go take a look. Alright, I'm going to switch over. I'm going to mute this music here. Give me just 1 minute. Let's take a look at Jamie's build.
Alright, YouTube modeling community is final on my Kenny Roberts Yamaha YZR500 World Champion bike. Kit number 14026. Does come with the rider figure. I didn't
There's a link
finish
to
that.
Jamie's
Just did
channel,
the bike.
his video.
The to the box. The other liveries that they had out there. Same on the
YZR 500. I think I have one of those.
other bike, so just give me a second. I'll show you what I got.
Man, that's a cool looking bike.
Okay, there she is in her finished state.
Damn, that's nice.
The windshield didn't go on the greatest because of the connection here. Right here. But what do you expect from an old kit? So it's probably a bit warped, and I'm afraid to fix it and snap it. So
Damn, it looks
we're just
good.
gonna leave it as is. So
Look at the paint on
there
that
she
thing.
is. Front end, it does turn.
Posable steering, sweet.
Some of the
Good
motor
job,
and the
Jamie.
spark
Man,
plugs
that's
in
nice
there
work.
and
Nice looking bike.
carbs. Paddock stand. Chain.
Looks sharp. I like that body colored bike
View from
stand,
the front.
pit stand, whatever they call it. Man,
View from the
nice.
side. That was a fun little build.
Cool.
Paint was, I believe, Tamiya's LP paint, LP lacquer paint, mixed with Mr. Color leveling thinner, and then clear coated with 2K clear. That's it. This is my build. My 112th. And currently finishing off the Ford GT Mustang. The one I'm doing with the Volt livery. That one will soon be done. Soon have a video of the finished program. Finished progress of that one. So, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. Whatever. You know what to do. Thanks. Peace out.
Good job, Jamie. Man, that's a nice. You got a nice finish there. Good job, man. Nice looking.
Top Fuel dragsters make over 10.
Oops, my bad. Didn't mean to click on that. Looks good, bud. Alright. Gents, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm not gonna start gluing this line in. I still need to put some fittings on it. I need to get some mounts. Probably put a couple mounts along the chassis rail. I need to test fit it with the body on. Because of the placement, the body might interfere with this little corner here. I don't even know if I want that corner like that. I don't think it would be, that's good. I mean, I don't think you'd see that little jaggedy edge there. I think it needs to be a little bit more streamlined. But I can tinker with that. Something I can play with. Alright, folks. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, checking out my stream. we're doing the hangout tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you want to participate in that, make sure John has your email. Let him know that you want to participate. Or if you just hop in to John's stream tomorrow at 1 p.m., we can give you a link at that time, and then you can light your camera up and join us. We're gonna just hang out, work on some models, probably talk a little bit about the bike build. We're gonna do a buddy build. For those of you who hadn't heard, we're gonna do a, what was it, a Ducati, and maybe I'll crack that one open and do a kit review or something of that sometime soon. Or maybe you should do that, Jamie or John. We still need to talk about getting John that kit. John, you don't have that kit, I don't think. So we need to work on figuring that out. But anyway, all right, folks. Once again, thanks for joining. Appreciate all your comments. Appreciate you guys being here. The kind words you guys have to say. And hope you all have a good day. And if I don't talk to you again this weekend, have a good weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon.